Hey, this is Short John Red, and welcome back to another episode of Scarlet Hollow. Now, I don't know if we're gonna get through the entirety of the intro, but, you know, I'll try to get through as much as I can, and, but I forgot to set another... Okay. Okay, now I can start. Okay, so... Let's check the closet. You make your way to the closet. It seems that Wari kept things neat and orderly, or as neat and orderly as she could considering the decaying state of the place. You can't help but notice that these dresses look strikingly like the style Tabitha wears. You can imagine Pearl Ann stiffering through Edwarding's old hunks of clothes, recycling moth-eaten vintage dresses for a dart in place of buying anything new. Cheapskate! The only thing here besides her clothes and shoes in a box shoved to one's... The only thing here besides her clothes and shoes is a box shoved off to one side. You pick it up. What the heck? Child-sized overalls, striped shirts, a small pair of trousers with suspenders still attached. One of these little sailor suits boys from the 50s were always wearing. When you pull out the last shirt, a note is revealed, tucked away in the bottom of the box in a protective plastic sleeve. It's scrawled in almost illegible handwriting, written in some thick brown watery ink that's cracked with age. Mommy, am I in there? I am in there too, and I will love you. Okay. Your hands trembled, the note somehow making the tips of your fingers feel dirty, even as it sits behind a layer of plastic. You drop it back into the box, once again covering it with clothes, shoving it back into the recesses of this forgotten closet where it belongs. Okay, I don't remember looking at that before. Okay, so I can't remember what the family tree was, but I'm pretty sure Edwardine didn't have any sons. I think she had a few daughters, so I mean the closest to a son is that, you know, that baby that supposedly died, but you don't, like, it is suspected that child did actually survive, but you know, it's a little unclear, like, so did she just, like, keep the child, fake the child's death and keep it a secret? I don't know. Finished with the tucked away room, you return to the hallway. Yeah, let's explore the middle room before we Oh boy, this one's all kinds of creepy. This space was clearly once a nursery, though no child has been in here for a long, long time. The top shelf is occupied by antique picture books. Dick and Jane, books of nursery rhymes, ancient editions of Grimm's fairy tales. The lower shelves are full of educational material, from children's encyclopedias to writing practice books. From the sheer number of learning-oriented books in the shelf, you get the impression that the children who lived here were not supposed to be as interested in fun and fiction as they were in dictation? diction and spelling. I'm sorry, that's just a... I have no idea what that word is. I don't know a lot of words. Your family may have been wealthy, but maybe not in joy. Okay, these are actual books and not play. You leaf through a few of the practice workbooks, gently turning the near crumbling pages. Reasons mommy should take me and Mary Bell to the zoo. 1. We have been very good girls and have not cried for a whole week. 2. Mary Bell says elephants are so big and I would like to see one. 3. I think it would be very fun and mommy would have a good time. Like I said, she has daughters. No. All are signed with the carefully scrawled signature of Alexandra Scarlet. You flip through the rest of the book, your eyes unfocused as many practice sentences and letter copying pages flash by, but something near the back of the book gives you pause. Okay. In a section that starts with the prompt, today Alexandra continues with, talk to the boy in the wall. The boy in the wall? This last prompt lingers with you. If all these practice books are the same, you wonder what else you'll manage to find under her today You grab the next copy, opening it to the first practice writing page. Today I told the boy in the wall about my family. Then the boy in the wall said he is happy he has a kid to talk to. I'm also glad because Mary Bell is mean sometimes and tells me what to do. He is really nice and I hope he can come out of the wall to play with us soon. Today I told the boy in the wall that I am sad. He was really nice and told me he knows how to make mommy be nicer to me. He said mommy tucks him in every night and reads him stories and is never mean, and that if I was in the wall, mommy would also be nice to me. Okay, so this, I mean, it's still a little too early to say, but this kind of confirms that the half Scarlet, half Shaw child did survive, and you know, it seems Edwardine kept the child's existence a secret, but still kind of messed up to think she was nicer to her secret kid than, well, you know, the kid she had with the man she actually married. But then again, she also kept the child's existence a secret, so he said there can only be one kid in the wall, so he will have to switch places with me. But mommy will be nice to me then, and so it is okay. Today I ate dinner with mommy. She said she made me special dinner. Oh, that's the child's. And she sat with me the whole time. And I was a good girl and ate it all. Mommy is proud of me. It was a good day and I'm happy. The rest of the book is blank. Yeah, the suspicions I had about the Shaw baby being alive, like, I'm starting to get more and more assured of that theory. Though I guess the question is, what happened to him? After, you know. Alright, we've seen everything else. Let's trail into the furthest room. You continue following the trail of footprints, approaching the farthest room down the hall. The door was clearly meant to be hidden, but it's been left open. The room is starkly empty save for a rug and a few candelabras. The lack of dusty boxes and rotting antiques mark it as distinct from the rest of the cluttered, forgotten spaces you've explored. You continue forward towards the door on the far side of the room. Oh. Okay, there was some back there, but I guess I need the mystic trait for that, and... yeah, this looks like that room we saw in that, you know, illusion realm in Charlie's, you know, like, you know, episode 3. This is the room where that mysterious entity was being kept in. You exit into a short hallway. There are stairs here leading back down to the lower floors, but there's also another door. It's hanging ajar, the many locks and deadbolts along its edge glimmering in the weak morning light. The door frame itself is gouged and splintered, evidence that some desperate creature tried to save itself from the room beyond time and time again. You step forward. And yeah, this is definitely a prison. Yeah, the Scarlets were definitely keeping someone prisoner, and there's a word here that I cannot make out. And of course there's Alexandra's doll. This was a prison cell. Everything about this place reeks of neglected humanity. The walls are covered in scratches, legible words mixed in with the nonsense of desperate calling. The one window set high in the far wall is fitted with a thick pane of glass, as if the iron bars just beyond it wouldn't be enough to hold the imprisoned. You can't but notice that the doll from your closet sits watching you from the bed, one eyelid drooping. It adds an extra layer of menace to the already deeply unsettling room. Property of Alexandra. Your eyes are drawn to the massive, almost letters, dug as deep into the brick as this cell's prisoner could manage, highlighted with whatever pigments were available. Yeah, I cannot read the... like, I think that's an O, but, what? And then one final detail grabs you. A metallic glint from the filthy, bare mattress. A doorknob. This is what you've been looking for. Was it left here for you? Yeah, we're definitely gonna need that. As you take it, a sound wraps around you. Music. The tinkling of piano keys played by a clumsy hand. This is clumsy to you? They echo up a narrow staircase at the end of the hall. Yeah, let's follow the music. You come this far, clearly you meant to go just a little further. The stairs take you into what you assume was once a servant's quarters. A network of cramped passageways hidden away behind the expansive rooms of the estate without so much as a window for illumination. But you persist and descend deeper into the bowels of the estate, the echoing piano your only company. Soon enough you see light again, the sun creeping in through the edges of a nearly hidden door. You're at the end of another long corridor. Its high ceilings and tall windows are almost disorienting as you step out from the cramped, gloomy stairwell. The music echoes mournfully in the vast space, a chorus of wind adding a metallic harmony as it whips in from the overgrown courtyard outside. You found your way to the first floor, but you've yet to confront your guide. Yeah, no, I'm going all the way. The musician plays on as you move cautiously through the dark, the slope now so dramatic it feels like walking downhill, jagged remains of the floorboards jutting out like splintered trees. The flow of notes finally stops as you reach an open doorway to what was once a music room. Wayne stands from the bench of a battered grand piano, turning to face you. And there he is again. Answer the call, Angel. So now you've seen it, Odie. He makes his way down the tiled floor or towards you. A breeze passes him, carrying with it the smell from the sound that is his body. I hope you enjoyed the show. He stops just a few paces away. And I trust you understand the implications of everything you've seen. If you aren't careful, and you put your faith in the wrong people, things could go very, very wrong for you. This is tempting, but no, I want to get some answers. Yeah, what's with the dramatics? Isn't this all a little theatrical? There were things you need to see, and I doubt you would have been interested in a private guided tour. Not when I'm the one who would have been giving it. And once I've helped you find what you need to find, I want you to choose to come to me. To know you were truly open to a conversation. Anyway. Okay, anyways, why should I care about any of this? Because it affects you, whether you'd like it or not. Do you want to be somebody else's puppet, Odie? I can guide you to where you need to be, but it's up to you to open your eyes. The witch holds some of the final pieces. Find her, pry them from her hands, and everything should start falling into place. The witch. There's a shudder of recognition in your mind as to who that might be. Then it's gone. Unless you're already starting to forget about her. Memory is a disloyal thing, isn't it? Physical, easily manipulated. Yeah, you got that right. But something being missing from your head doesn't mean it's gone from the world. I don't know who you're talking about. You'll remember when you need to. Yeah, that's another thing I kind of noticed. Like, I can't, unless you have the mystical trait, it seems I can't seem to remember Sybil or Kanika for that matter. Anyways, what was with the doll in that room? She liked it, so I liked it too. It was nice to see it again after so many years. Did you need to carry me off in my sleep? A moment of weakness. I was impatient. How did I not wake up? You've been a heavy sleeper lately. This town has been demanding so much of you. And I was gentle. Anyways, how do I know you're the right person to trust? If you're still asking questions like that, I know there's nothing I can say that will convince you. But I will keep looking out for you, whether you trust me or not. Who lived in that last room? Wayne cocks his head almost playfully. I did. Now, I saw this before, but I don't entirely get it. Like, so he's saying that he's the entity, the character that Charlie forced Avery to play. But how does that make any sense? Like, Wayne is like a separate person. Like, I know for a fact he wasn't locked up in that basement. My only guess is that this is some kind of weird possession thing where, like... Okay, my theory right now is that Wayne, like, he found the room where the entity was, and then, I don't know, somebody, either Tabitha or Pearl Ann or whoever, killed him, and then the entity took over his body. So, still a lot of unanswered. I'd been in that room a long, long time. Though my being free now is meaningless in the grand scheme of things, the town itself is enough of a prison that I might as well still be stuck behind that door. But at least I'm free enough to warn you. Does Tabitha know about all this? Of course. Why do you think she invited you here? Oh, that is so ominous. No. I see what you're trying to do. You're trying to make me doubt her. It won't work. I've given you a glimpse into one of your possible futures. Whether you choose to believe me or not is up to you. But I urge you to consider believing what your eyes have shown you. Your freedom is on the line. What do you mean the town is a prison? I can't leave. No one really can. As it stands now, Scarlet Hollow doesn't like letting go of its prisoners. They may be able to cross the town line, but not without paying a price. That can be changed, though. It wasn't always this way, and it was never meant to be. We can put an end to it. Why does the option to flirt with him keep showing up? We need to call someone about this. The police or the National Guard or somebody. Trust me when I say they wouldn't be able to help. The forces at work in Scarlet Hollow run deep. There is no one person they can arrest. No group of people they can blame and do away with. It is beyond the realm of flesh. But I know how to fix everything. I know how to keep you safe for as long as you live. I want to leave. I've had enough of this place. I want to go home. I'm afraid that's not possible. One way or another, you'll be stuck here. And the more you try to leave, the worse the consequences will be. You will have to stay and face what's coming, but you won't have to face it alone. I don't know what to do with all this. This is too much. I understand. You came from a normal life and walked into a nightmare. I'm sure you're overwhelmed. Yeah, you think? But you're running out of time. Be careful you trust, and know that I will always be there when you need me. Wayne steps away, his shining eyes watching you unblinking from behind his veil, before finally disappearing back into the darkness of the estate. Nothing left for you to do here but leave. You make your way back to where you woke up and slot in the handle into the secret door on the wall. It twists and the door pulls back, and you stumble through your closet and back into your bedroom. You lean against your door frame, relieved at once again having sturdy, unsloped ground beneath your feet and moderately clean air to breathe. Yeah, moderately. This day has gotten to you. After the events this morning, your body burns with a ferocious itch to leave this place behind, to be anywhere but here. You leave in a haze, mindlessly grabbing clothes and an uncharged phone, barely even noticing your surroundings as you rush outside. The morning's revelation seizing your body and mind alike with a suffocating grip. The cell, the doll, Wayne's insinuation that Tabitha has known about all this, and even more that she has partaken willingly in your family's crimes. Not only that, but she has designs for you. Is it true? Yeah, that's true. Everything you found in the Forbidden Ring could have been the work of an unreliable narrator. Not that it saves you from the ever-tightening grip of anxiety strangling your lungs. The events of this morning aren't the sort of thing you can casually move to the back of your mind. You have to do something. Okay. I'm going to someone I trust. That's right. If you manage to throw yourself into the arms of someone you can actually trust, maybe they can help you. Maybe you don't have to deal with this alone. Can you trust anyone? See here, there's a name missing. That's right, your mind darts to someone who means something to you. Someone important. At least you think she is, or he is, or they are. No, she. Probably she, yes. And you probably think she might be someone important, at least to you. There's a blurred place that comes to your mind when you think about this person. Less of a place and more of a location, but less of a location, more of the idea of a location. A lot of words there. A sort of almost location where you can feel like you know where it's meant to be, but where you couldn't for the life of you describe it. But you could follow that important feeling. Walk alongside that strange feeling. Yeah, trace the strange threads of heart and memory. I might not remember. Sure, my mind might think I don't remember her, but my brain might not remember her, but my heart does. You follow that blurred feeling, your attention drawn with a tunnel-like focus to the rhythmic falling of your feet, your surroundings distant and unreadable. You lose sense of time as you go. But then footfall stops and you find yourself on Scarlet Hollow's main street, in front of an old bricked-up building that you don't recall ever seeing before. Yep, that's right, the general store's gone. It's just a brick wall now. And yet, you know that this is the place you meant to go. Hey. Oh boy. It's Miles, one of Scarlet Hall's resident teenage miscreants. Miscreants. Odie, I have to talk to you. There's something going on, but I can't remember what. It has to do with Sybil and somebody else and that somebody feels real important. I played this part before, but I find it interesting that he refers to Sybil by her name and not... you know what, and I feel like if I don't remember before it's too late, somebody's gonna... Never mind, this was stupid. I just sound crazy. He doesn't sound crazy, though. You feel an odd sensation as he's talking, a creeping recognition. But you can't seem to hold on to it. A slippery thought that refused to be fully recognized. No, you're not crazy. There's something wrong. And it has to do with your family. But you draw a blank on just who Miles' family is supposed to be. I knew it. I knew something was wrong. Yeah, interesting things, like, he doesn't remember having a sister, and he calls Sybil by her first name, which, like, I said before that I was starting to have doubts about whether or not Sybil was actually Kanika and Miles' mother. I mean, at one point I even just thought it was a little weird, like a white woman being a mother to two black kids, but I don't know, I kind of eventually brushed it aside and was like, maybe they're just a mixed race, maybe they just get their genetics from their dad, but now I'm really starting to doubt Sybil actually being their mother. Like, maybe she just came in and, I don't know, took the mom's place, I don't know. But I don't know what it is. Nothing happened. I woke up and everything was normal. Had cereal, and then Sybil said she was going somewhere with somebody. No, wait, the person was there too. I talked to them, and they left, and I went out to the street because the office is closed for renovation, so I had to wait outside until it was done. It feels like he's recounting a dream, the memory slipping through his fingers as the words leave his lips, leaving only emotion. This is how I felt when Dad died, but nobody's dead. Please make it stop. A memory slips through the barrier of fog rolling through your mind. He has a sister, doesn't he? what was her name? I know I've been a little, I don't know, I've had some choice words about Miles. I mean, I do kind of feel bad for him this moment, but still, it's just, like, Kanika doesn't have it easy, and I know siblings tend to not get along, but I feel like he could do a better, like, give her at least a little bit of slack. Anyways, why did you come to me with this? I don't know. I guess I thought you might know something. Whatever. Have you talked to anyone else about it? No. Everyone else lives here, and I don't need people looking at me funny the rest of my life. But I should just have kept my mouth shut. It's not like you know anything anyway. Is this about your sister? Miles tries to hide it, but you see his lower lip tremble, and his eyes are shiny with fresh tears. My sister? I don't have a sister. I'm an only child. It's not just Sybil. Kanika's being forgotten. Though, I am kind of curious if Kanika's also, you know, like, is she actually her brother, or are they just... I don't know. A lot of unanswered questions I'm sure we'll have answers soon. Like, with the first 4 episodes, I mostly knew everything there was to know, but now well, everything that could be known at the time, but now I'm treading into uncharted waters. This is so messed up. Why can't I think? He can't hide the tremor in his voice as he speaks. There's this crazy old guy on the edge of town. You gotta find him. Julius. He was always coming around to ask me weird questions. I don't remember what he asked or what I said, but I feel like it's important. And he wrote it all down in a notebook. You gotta get him to show you that notebook. I go out there, but I can't think straight. Not right now. I need somebody to fix this for me. I don't want to feel like this anymore. Not again, please. Not again. He shoves a map in your hands and turns away, hiding his face as it cracks with emotion. I really didn't want to ask you for help. That's how bad it is, okay? Don't tell anybody what I said, though. I don't need people thinking I'm crazy. And then he's walking away, though where you can't be sure, if he even has a destination at all. This place seems like a dead end, but you have a new lead to follow, and one that indirectly points in the same direction as the old map you found in Enoch's study. You can follow to where it takes you, if you want, or you could do something else. Okay, so this is the part where I stopped. Like, I mean, technically there was more to do, but I don't know. I didn't want to spoil it too much, so from this point out, we're in uncharted waters, at least for me. I have no idea what's gonna happen. So, whatever's gonna happen is gonna be a surprise to me as well. And hopefully me going in blind will be a little bit more enjoyable. So, I'm gonna end it here. I hope you all had a good day today. Remember to stay safe out there. This was Short John Red.